Welcome back to your glamping adventure. This week, we're just fixing stuff and building some decks. We are actually ordering our hot tubs, we're ordering our fire pits, and we are getting everything ready so that we can install those come the beginning of next week when they get here. Can I also say this hat and this lighting? Oh, man. However, we do have an issue with the water line, so we've got to address that first. Now our water line would hold pressure for 24, 48 hours, and then it would bust. And the problem that we saw was we were using these compression fittings. Now what this does is as you screw it on tighter, there's a little O-ring in there that gets tighter around the poly pipe that we have laid. Now this is pretty standard. This is what is recommended. This is actually the only kind of coupling that they have available, but what we were finding is the pressure was too large and it was popping these right off with nothing else kind of holding it there besides the compression. So we had to swap them out. We've got to go into the other dome and lay that subfloor so that we can get the plumbing started, and that way the septic can get started as well. And then we can quit tearing up our land and finally be able to tune in the road and get everything nice, even, and drivable. Ain't pretty, but we still got drywall and trim to do. Next thing, once you get it set, the easiest thing to do is just put it on top and then mark where you think this is, cut it, and then you end up with something close. Draw it out like that, then cut it. Ta-da! Boom! Just like that. 2 days and a lot of cuts. We are done with subfloor in both domes. It's not pretty, but it works. It's doing what we want it to do. Building decks is fun because you get to play with lasers. Ooh. All right, let me show you guys how this works. So this footer, since it's the tallest, is gonna be our 0 point. So the deck is gonna sit directly on that footer. Our main beam is gonna sit inside of that bracket, and the rest will be supported by 6x6s. So there'll be little 6x6 chunks on each one there. Now, knowing that this is our 0, we use our laser level and our reader, and we basically find out where 0 is. So knowing this height, that's super annoying. Knowing this height, we can then determine that that is 0, and then just subtract that height, which is 24 5/8, from each one of these every time we get it. So to get all your measurements, basically you just subtract your 0 number, which is at 24 5/8, and you'll figure out the height for all your posts. Time to tear into this load. Woo! Take your measurements, translate them to the board, cut it, set them in. Every time I build a deck out here, it boggles my brain that is level with this little piece of wood. How the heck is that level? I know it is, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It's crazy. Can you see it? Hot tub over there. It's coming together. Oh yeah. I told you guys this wood was super heavy. That's because it's so saturated with water and chemicals and stuff that they do for pressure treated wood. Look at this. This is nuts. I've never seen this before. This wood is so wet that when I screw into it, you can see the water bubble out. I mean, that is nuts. It is so saturated. All right, so we've had a ton of action here at the farm today. The internet company came out and ran our wireless access points so that we have wireless all throughout where people can be staying, through the domes, common area, things like that. And something even cooler is the septic company is here putting in the septic tank. And honestly, it's just cool to see them work. I mean, these guys are incredible with an excavator. There's that wireless access point ready to go right off the shed, all hooked into the router here. So we can have 4 different networks all off the same thing. This is way technical, way above my pay grade, but it is cool. It's cool to see it all come together. All right, check these things out, y'all. So we've got our domes, and then just off to the right Here is your hot tub deck. You'll come in on this side of the tree. Oh, up to a lovely hot tub here in the corner where you can just catch a view all night long. And then we'll have some stairs right over there taking you down to the secondary deck, which is where you'll have a fire pit on that corner, little couch over here, some sitting area, and that one's angled just right so you can really get straight down the valley with the views. This is gonna be amazing. So this week, what happened? The domes got framed in completely. We're done. I know I've been working on that for like 3 weeks, but it's finally done. All the issues with the waterline are done. It's been holding pressure for 3 days now, which is awesome. The decks started to get built. The hot tub decks are up, both of them. The fire pit deck is up on Dome 1. It's coming on Dome 2. So lots of progress. It's great to see the septic in as well. I mean, that's a big deal. I mean, just the fact that it's in, ready to go, means all your utilities are done. Soon we can put a toilet in and flush it, which is something only 17 domes in the US can do. So we're starting to enter into a really cool, awesome stage. So thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This storm is rolling in, something fierce, so I gotta get out of here. We are getting out of here right on time. Happy Friday. Storm's rolling in. Oh, it didn't finish. We need to stop recording.